In this segment of Defense Dynamics, let's ask ourselves a very basic question that defines the future of Asia's security landscape. And that is, what does China really want? And answer isn't straightforward because there isn't just one China. There are many Chinas operating at the same time. Strategic, nationalistic, economic, insecure, and military driven. And each of them pushes Beijing in a different direction. China's first identity is the global strategic China. This China seeks recognition as natural leader of Asia and a near-peer challenger to the United States. It wants to dominate Indo-Pacific sea lanes, secure maritime choke points, and expand its naval footprint right up to the Indian Ocean. This ambition drives China's aircraft carrier program, the militarization of South China Sea, and its increasingly assertive position on Taiwan. Strategic China thinks in terms of power projection and long-term geopolitical reshaping. But alongside this is the nationalist China, a China that thrives on public emotion. Nationalism is glue that holds the Communist Party's legitimacy. This China cannot afford to look weak. It escalates disputes, pushes maximalist claims, and uses territorial assertiveness to excite domestic audiences. From the South China Sea to the line of actual control, many crises begin not because of strategy but because of nationalist China demands a posture of dominance. Yet there is another China, the economic China, the one that wants markets, supply chains, resources, and connectivity. This China depends on global stability. It wants to dominate global manufacturing, secure energy routes, and build economic corridors under the Belt and Road Initiative. For this China, conflict is not good business. It prefers predictable partnerships, access to technology, and uninterrupted trade flows.
On one hand, China wants stability because its economy is tied to global integration. But on the other, its domestic politics demand confrontation. That tension sits at the core of Beijing's behavior.
Underneath the confident exterior exists an insecure China, a China fearful of its own people. This China is defined by censorship, propaganda, and mass surveillance. It sees democracy in Taiwan, protests in Hong Kong, and dissent in Xinjiang as existential threats. To maintain internal control, it often creates an external threat narrative, ensuring the Communist Party represents itself as the only defender of Chinese sovereignty. This insecurity frequently slips into its foreign policy actions. And finally, there is PLA's China, a military institution with its own ambitions. The PLA seeks bigger budgets, sophisticated platforms, and a central role in shaping national strategy. Its assertiveness along the line of actual control reflects its desire to demonstrate capability. Sometimes, PLA behavior contradicts China's diplomatic messaging or even economic interests. So what does China want? As I said, there is no single answer because there is no single China. Strategic China wants power. Nationalist China wants pride. Economic China wants stability. Insecure China wants control. And PLA China wants dominance. For India and the world, the challenge is to read which China is acting on any given day and to respond with clarity, caution, and strategic forethought.